What's up, you guys? It's Matt here. So I think I've never gone back and looked at what the all-time low price of Shiba Inu was, and it's always interesting to me to see where certain prices. A lot of times when you see these all-time lows and levels where people can make millions of dollars or hundreds of thousands of dollars or so much money from a position, it's like 5 years, 10 years ago, right? You see such a long time ago that you could have bought Bitcoin and you would have made so much money from it. You could have bought Ethereum and you could have made so much money from it. But to see positions that are like maybe a year or two removed from where it was at its lows and to see the possibility of a larger return from that is just amazing, right? Because then it brings the possibility of finding those next positions. Not only this position or Terra Luna Classic or Dogecoin, but you find the next position because you see the popularity, you see where it is at its low price, you get in at wherever the lowest point is, and then everybody doubts you, and then all of a sudden that doubt turns into a reality where you are now proving them wrong um, by having hundreds of thousands of dollars or millions of dollars from that specific investment. And that always feels good as well. So I wanted to get into what you would have if you decided to invest $1,000 in the beginning at the lowest price, the all-time low, not only just the beginning, but the all-time low price in Shiba Inu. What would you be at right now? What would you be at all-time highs? And hopefully, what you can gain from this is an understanding that there are other opportunities out there. You just have to do a little bit of research and maybe see some of the same trends that you saw with Shiba Inu. So, guys, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. If you guys want to follow me on my other channels, you can feel free to do that. I still don't know the exact direction that I'm going to go with all those besides the golf channel because that's all about golf. Everything else, I'm not sure if we're going to move towards stocks. Have some credit cards, some reactions, some stuff in there. I really don't know right now, but I'm trying to find my way with those channels so that I have consistency over there, and mainly just like crypto and maybe some other interesting topics here. I want to make this channel about anything that I want to cover, not just like cryptocurrency, but everything eventually, right? But right now it's really hovering around crypto at the moment. So, anyways, guys, like I said, hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. Make sure you check out some of the referral links for KuCoin and Webull and all of that down below. That does help out the channel. But let's look at where Shiba Inu is right now, understand all of the different numbers before we get into the data, right? So currently, we're seeing the price at 0.00001292. It's up about 2% today, so we're seeing sort of a level out from where we saw crypto kind of crash a little bit from $1.06 trillion market cap down to a 1.01 trillion dollar market cap. We saw this at a low of 1261 and a high of 1308. Again, this is around a $7 billion market cap. And we see that we have a circulating supply, which is different from the circulating supply in the beginning of 549 trillion. Volume, we're seeing a decent amount of volume, but it is going down by 42%. Now, the way that you can check out a lot of this data, a lot of this information to understand where the all-time high and all-time low is, depending on if the overall position was frozen, like say if something crashed too fast, sort of like Terra Luna Classic, where it fell really, really hard, and the all-time low is hard to grasp or hard to gather because of all of the exchanges, the CEXs that pause trading. And if they pause trading, then you don't really have the all-time low. But we know that Shiba Inu, it's very close to this all-time low because it wasn't something that was aggressively moving. It was something that just didn't have the popularity at the moment. So if we scroll down here, and we go to some of this detail here in the SHIB price statistics. You scroll down here, you're going to see the 52-week low. Then you're going to see the all-time high, the all-time low. The all-time high was 0.00008845, which I've heard that it's been a little bit higher, like 889 actually, 8999 is what I saw. But I guess they just take an average over everything that's there. But the all-time low actually had 10 zeros and an 882. Right, so there's a very, very low price that's here when it started. And this was 2 years ago. This was only 2 years ago that this was at this all-time low, September 1st, 2020. If you made a move at that time period, you made a lot of money from it. Now, I know there's probably some people that invested $1,000 like, oh, I turned it into 4,000. I'm going to get out. And I'm sure they did that, right? That's part of investing. You're not going to have that thought process to, wait it out when you're gaining thousands of dollars at a time, right? You're gaining tens of thousands of dollars, maybe even millions of dollars. And you're like, you know what? I'm getting out of here. But what would you have had if you would have held on to today? Literally just held strong, diamond handed it the whole entire way, even through all of the gains that you saw there, even through all of the higher points. I'm sure as people would have saw some of these higher points, they would have taken some profit on the way down because, I mean, why not? You invested $1,000 and this is how much you're going to be able to get. So let's go ahead and look at this. I put it in Excel really quick. And basically, like I said, the all-time low, I'm sorry for the white screen, the white background, because it's probably blinding you right now. But the all-time low, again, was 10 zeros. The all-time high you saw with 4 zeros and an 8.8, and then current price is at 12.93. So this is how much you would have if you invested $1,000. You would end up getting 12 trillion coins. 12 trillion coins is a lot, right? You would have a million, billion, trillion. Yeah, 12.2 basically, 12.2 trillion coins that you would get from that position. Now, if you invested $1,000 at the all-time high, you would get 11.3 million. If you invested $1,000 at the all-time or at the current price, you would get 77.3 million. Now, don't worry about those two because we don't need to worry about those right now. But if you have the 12.2 trillion, what would you be able to gain? You would be able to gain at the current price, it would be $157 million. $157 million. That is insane. That is insane. 157 million at the current price. That means at the all-time high, you were able to get almost $1.1 billion from this at that all-time high. So I would assume that if anybody was playing this from the beginning, that they probably just saw massive gains, maybe tens of thousands of dollars worth of gains. And they're like, look, you know what? I'm getting out of this. I don't know if anybody here watching this video has bought at that point, because I'm sure if they bought at that point, they don't really need to watch any type of YouTube videos to understand where things are going because they already made a ton of money out of it. Maybe they cut their gains at double the gains, or they cut their gains at triple or whatever, but that was only 2 years ago. So it's not saying that it's going to take a hell of a long time for that to play out. So it's definitely interesting to see this. And the reason why I'm bringing this up is not because I'm like, hey, you missed out on an opportunity, get out of your position now. It makes no sense to hold SHIB. That's not the case. The reason why is because this still has an opportunity to grow, and some of those people may still be around. The thing that I want to focus on is what could be the next play to make this move, right? And we saw Terra Luna Classic that recently made a low move, and I want to go through that information as well on what you would have if you decided to invest at the lowest point that I saw it at, that actually I bought it at, and it was even lower than that, a little bit lower than that. But anyways, guys, let me know what you think about this, because I think it's definitely interesting. So if you guys want to hit the like button, hit the subscribe button, hit that notification bell for more videos like this one. Also, make sure you guys check out some of the links down below. It does help out the channel. And if you guys want to follow me on Twitter at Perry8K, you can follow me over there. Don't forget about checking all of the other links that are down in the description. It does, help out with growth and all of that stuff, especially referral links and things like that. But I'm going to get out of here, and I'll catch you guys in the next video. See ya.